Mr. President, I have been vilified and attacked, not only in social media, but also by the President's men as a drug lord coddler and protector. I have been ridiculed and called names in social media. Photos are photoshopped, videos are spliced, lies are manufactured. The magnitude of the propaganda and misinformation is mind-boggling, considering that this is all directed at me. The lies are intended to show me as protector of the beloved drug lords. But the truth is, I was the only Justice Secretary since the 1986 EDSA revolution who dared to eradicate the dominion of the drug lords inside Bilibid. I was put to task by no less than the Speaker of the House as a sitting senator of the same Congress that he leads. According to him, a resolution will be filed for an investigation on my alleged role in the proliferation of drugs inside the National Bilibid Prison. Mr. President, this not only goes against interparliamentary courtesy, where the House of Representatives investigates a specific member of its co-equal Senate. It is an affront to the Senate as an institution committed by none other than the leader of its co-equal body in Congress. My defense against all this vilification is my untarnished record and reputation as a public servant. Before this demolition job was launched against me, both in the social media and by the Solicitor General. My defense is my selfless dedication as the chairperson of the Commission on Human Rights, as a Secretary of Justice, and now as Senator of the Republic. Last Friday, Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre claimed that high-ranking DOJ officials from the previous administration were in the payroll of the NBP drug lords. Secretary Aguirre did not mention any name or my name, but going by the previous statements of the Solicitor General and the Speaker, one does not have to be a genius to guess who he is referring to. I am outraged that he has qualified this matter-of-fact statement with the actual truth, that he has yet to create a task force that will yet conduct an actual investigation on his foregone conclusion that indeed there were payoffs to DOJ officials. Mr. President, this is the Justice Secretary confused about his law school memory on how due process works. Accuse only after you investigate. But despite this, I'm still giving the Solicitor General, the Speaker, and the Secretary of Justice the benefit of the doubt. It is possible that they are merely being peddled these lies about me by agents of vengeance. Pakiusap ko lang sana ay bago nila paniwalaan ang mga kasinungalingan ng mga nasagasaan ko noon, ay suriin muna nila ang mga karakter at motibasyon ng mga taong ito. Huwag naman sana silang basta-basta na lang humusga at patungan ako ng cardboard at balutin ng packing tape. Mr. President, my only defense is my honor and my integrity. I cannot stay silent in the face of all these blatant lies created in the backroom of a media strategy office suite. I will not fall without a fight. I will not go into that good night without nary a whimper, while all these misguided men use the President's war against drugs as their platform to destroy any elected public official who dares question the methods by which this war is waged. I will not surrender my mandate as a Senator of the Republic to these unelected and unaccountable personalities whose own motivations in the demolition of my person is highly questionable and utterly despicable. I cannot let these men run this demolition outfit only for them to accomplish their own personal and political agendas, to curry favor with the President, and to get a larger share of the spoils of executive power. Mr. President, they're doing this to a sitting senator. This is not only an attack against me, but against any senator who dares to be outspoken. Pagkatapos ko, sino po ang isusunod sa inyo na mga ahas na tumiwalag sa kanilang marcha na hindi sasayaw sa kanilang marcha or sa kanilang musika. That is why, ultimately, this is an attack on the Senate as an independent institution.
I told you, wag mo akong look at your own back. There is a more serious crime being committed every day. Yung lumalabas ng preso, nag-hold up, nagkikidnap, tapos bumabalik dyan sa munting lupa. Yung mayayaman na lumalabas dyan, binabayaran. Ngayon, magtanong ako, kasali ka ba doon sa pera? Bakit nakakalabas at nakakapasok? Bakit nakakapasok yung mga babae? Bakit nakakapasok yung magagandang pagkain? Bakit nakakapasok yung baril? Bakit sila nakakaluto ng shabu dyan? You answer for that to the nation. Huwag mong sabihin, nagpa-raid-raid ko lang. No. Iyong bureau yan. Nandoon ako sa Mindoro, lumabas yung sablayan. Ang iyong penal colony guard, nagbibenta ng shabu, kasali yung preso sa labas. What do you think is happening to this country? I'm the only local official openly talking against drugs. You have the goal to just say now, pinapatay ko yung mga kriminal. Anong ginawa mo sa mga kriminal dito sa Pilipinas? Answer me. Ikaw, abogado ka. You arrested President Arroyo without a warrant of arrest, without a whole departure order. Short of just you kidnap the person, then you file the case. But that cannot erase the fact that at the time you committed a very serious crime of arresting a person without legal grounds. Korte lang ang makapag-aresto eh. You never showed a warrant of arrest. You never showed the whole departure order. Pilipino tayo. Akala ko ba you're talking about democracy? You must account for the sins in public because you're running for senator. And I will go personal sa iyo, sa buhay mo.
These drug convicts were able to still transact business. Even if yung mga cellphones nga yan, bawal dapat talaga yan. But meron nga silang mga binabayaran, may kinukurap nila, mga jail guards, mga prison guards, kaya nakakapasok.
Maligaya lagi ako kapag kasama kita. Paano ko sasabihin ikaw ang tanging mahal ko? Paano ba sinasabi ibigin mo ako? Paano ba matatapat ang isang tulad ko? Paano yun? Paano ba? Paano to? Sana ay marinig ang sasabihin ko.
Ayan po, ang protector ng drug lord. Ayan po, kasama niya si Herbert Polanco at pumapalapalakpak sa kabaliwan nitong babaeng balyenang ito. Ayan po, at mag-elbow to elbow pa yung mga salot sa bayan. So, ayan lang po.
Ng Carcel Group ay si Herbert Ampang Polanco, ang band leader at singer na maamong humarap kay General Bato kahapon na may rosaryong kwintas. Hawak daw ni Polanco ang tinatawag na Oxo Allied Group na may 8 gang at halos 7,000 miyembrong preso. Kasapi sa Carcel Group ang ilang Chinese drug lord daw na nakakulong tulad ng isang Sam Lee Chua alias Sam Chua o Alex Chua, isa umano sa pinaka-maimpluwensyang Chinese na preso ng Bilibid. At si Jaguar Diaz na sinasabing big-time drug lord mula Cebu na nakalaya noong 2010 at napaslang sa isang enkwentro sa Las Piñas noong nakaraang buwan. May 5 miyembro rin ng Carcel Group na tumatayong distributor ng iligal na droga ni Jaguar Diaz. Pero sa dokumento, puro alias lang nila ang nakasulat. Si JB Nino Sebastian, ang leader ng Sige Sige Commando, ang tumatayo raw hari ng kabilang sindikato na kung tawagin daw ay Presidio Side. Isa rin siya sa iniharap kay General Bato kahapon sa Bilibid nang i-take over ng Special Action Force ang NBP. 4 na grupo ang hawak ni Sebastian na may mahigit 5,000 miyembrong preso. Ang Chinese drug lord naman ang presidio ay si Zheng Wu o Sian Wu Cheng na tumatayo rin daw liaison officer nila at nag-aayos ng anumang problema. Kakosa rin nila si Wu Tuan Yuan alias Peter Ko na kabilang sa pinangalanan kamakailan ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte.
Isipin nyo naman na hindi dapat katanggap-tanggap yung ganong modelo, yung ganong pamamaraan ng paglaban sa kriminalidad. So kung yung isang presidential aspirant, ganon ang sinusulong, magdalawang isip po. Sinabi na ba niya sa atin, paano niya gagawin yan in 3 to 6 months? Although syempre, indirectly, alam natin kung ano ang plano niya. Hindi posible yun kasi lalabag sa batas yan. Name and shame tactic adopted by our president has both a plus and a minus. No? On one hand, it demonstrates yung seriousness, yung determination niya to really stomp out criminality and corruption, especially official corruption within the PNP ranks, between and among the PNP officials. So that's the plus. On the other hand, syempre, may violasyon dyan ng due process. There's still a presumption of innocence, and therefore they're entitled to be heard. They should not be subjected to trial by